Welcome into chapter 6. We have just got our revenge with Darture, who was way too overconfident about her third generation doll pride. She seems to have worked with someone different from Sexton, and that will be interesting in the future, because seemingly like there is a lot of contestants about this box, which contains Helena, with that fully immune but not really a individual. And now after the battle we are starting and heading towards the chapter 6, Harmonic Cycle. Dramatic shift. Not a single second can be wasted on the journey home. It does sound like we will not rest after the battle. All units, damage report.
途中の爆発を避けきれなかった。左肩が損傷したせいで腕が上がらないわ。油圧シリンダーがいかれたみたいね。あのなんとかパターン使うのが手間なのよ。すぐにでも発動できりゃあいつなんざとっくに倒せてるのに。
My left shoulder is now damaged and immobilized to the explosion in the center. It's probably related to the hydraulic rod. That raw something patterns is a massive pain in the ass to work with. If we didn't need to wait for it to initiate, we would have gotten rid of that big bastard ages ago.
海面上移動中の船追尾不能
Untraceable movements on the sea. A moving vessel.
はあ？でたらめな攻撃？あのデカブツにすら当てられずに弾を無駄にしてたのはあんたの方でしょ？
Why you talk about attacking randomly? Aren't you the one missing all your shots? Damn, they're still arguing, stop!
集積する種子輝きの地を示す
Gathered sits where the beacon of light lies.
私のためにお膳立てしたですって？私がいなかったらあんたなんかとっくにやられてたわよ。
What do you mean you were creating opportunities to attack for me? If I wasn't here, you would be a scrap.
ネメシス、あなたの損傷状況は？
Nemesis, what are your status?
獰猛な怒号、強固な砦を押し流す。瓦礫散乱。
The cruel sound of clarions dashing upon the steady rock. Crumbling pebbles.
こいつの弾薬はほぼゼロ。脚部素体に若干の損傷あり、機動力損失。
She's out of ammo. Apart from that, minor damage to the leg region. Loss of mobility.
コルフェン。はい。そちらの状況は？聴覚モジュールが故障したの？
What's your status? Is your auditory module malfunctioning? Corfin is the one girl that keeps herself always safe.
弾薬残り 52%。素体状況良好。聴覚モジュールは正常です。コルフェンは何ともありません。心配ご無用ですよ。ちなみに転んだ時に頭をぶつけましたが、状態は至って良好です。
Ammunition at 52%. Physical condition normals. Auditory module running normally. I'm perfectly alright, so no need to worry. Oh right, I bumped into something when I fell over earlier, but it's no big deal.
はあ？さっき引っ張り上げてやったじゃないのよ。
Didn't I yank you out of the way?
そうですけど、それでもぶつけちゃったんです。キャロリックちゃん、次は優しくしてください。
Yeah, but I still fell over. Be more gentle next time, Krolik.
状況確認。26分後に起動基地へ帰還する。
Status confirmed. Returning to MBV at 26 minutes. I think estimated time of arrival.
隊長、通信が途切れちゃってますね。指揮官と起動基地に何かトラブルでもあったんでしょうか？
Leader, since communicators were cut off before, could the commander and the MBV have run into something really bad? That's very likely.
急ぐわよ。
Yeah, let's pick up the pace. Ah, leader, look over there. The Elmo's in serious trouble. Attention, a large number of elites are taking the Elmo. A lot of those frogs. Still not sure what they do, they don't move. But leader, why isn't their commander ordering the Elmo to leave? If we just ignore the elites, we wouldn't be got surrounded, right? Communicators have been cut off. If we let their rendezvous point again, how would we return to Elmo? Chaotic flames, embedded in hulls. Strange glimmers. I have been using my brain, okay? Everyone, clear those enemies quickly to help the Elmo. Done.
カバーは任せて。任務完了。みんな。
Backscattering. Use the scattering light to retrace the looming shadow steps.
ジャミングが消失しました。通信設備は1分後に再起動します。
Communicational interference eliminated. The communication equipment will now attempt to reboot in 1 minute.
グローザたちは
What about Groza and the others?
隊長が軌道基地を包囲してた生き袋をやっつけてくれました。16分前にはもう戻ってきてます。コーラップス放射性物質を除染し終えればすぐに会えるはずですよ。
Oh man, good news and smiling mailing. That should continue like this. Leader helped us to clear out the elites surrounding the MBB and already returned 60 minutes ago. They will be right over after the contamination of collapse radiation.
これはまたいい時に戻ってきたな。
Yep, they came back at the perfect time.
生き袋には対抗できるが、いかんせん数が多すぎる。もう少し遅かったら、私のエルモ号がかじり尽くされていたところだ。
Those elites are not particularly difficult to deal with, but there is far too many. Given a little bit more time, maybe the Elmo itself would have been matched to bits.
かじり尽くされて。冗談ですよね。もしそうなったら基地を丸ごと直す羽目に。怖いこと言わないでくださいよ、指揮官。
To bits? No way! If that happens, we would need comprehensive repairs. Please don't say such morbid things, Commander.
グローザ隊長がタイミングよく戻ってきたことに感謝だな。環境情報を分析して、コーラップスストームの影響を受けないルートを探してくれ。ここを離れるぞ、メイリン。
All thanks to Team Groza and getting back in time. Analyze the environment ahead and find us a path that avoids the collapse storm. Let's get out of here, Mailing.
わかりました。環境情報解析開始。ルート確定。ベクトルエンジン起動。速度を時速 45km に設定。
Right. Environmental analysis initiating. Road confirmed. Vector engine engaged. Speed set for 45 kilometers the hour. The Elmo starts up and start moving. The door to the ops room slides open. Mailing, who is at the main terminal, turns here to the sound.
隊長、それにコルフェ。
Leader, Korfne!
ただいま戻りました。メイリンちゃん、寂しかったですか？
I'm back, Mailing. Did you miss me?
今はそんなこと言ってる場合じゃ。みんなは大丈夫だった？ネメシスさんとキャロリックさんは？
This isn't time for that. Is everyone alright? What about Nemesis and Krolik?
相対損傷。今は整備室にいるわ。
They sustained some bodily damage, so they are currently in their refitting room.
メイリンちゃん、よろしくお願いします。コルフェンもほんのちょっと怪我しちゃいましたけど、大したことないので自分で直しますね。
Mailing, we will have to trouble you again. Even though I'm a bit roughed up as well, but it's no big deal and I can take care of it myself.
すぐに向かいます。 す。コルフェンも何か問題があったら教えてね。絶対だよ。
I'm going to take care of them immediately. Kofne, if you have any issues, you must let me know immediately.
了解です。
Got it!
メイリン、一緒にヘレナの確認も頼む。
Mailing. Please check up on Helena as well.
わかりました。
Alright. Taking over from Mailing, Grotho walks up to the main terminal and resumes monitoring the Elmo's operation.
グローザ、君の状態は？
Grotho, what's your status?
今のところは良好よ。
I'm doing fine.
コルフェン、今度はしっかり体調を守りましたよ。
I took good care of Lida this time.
コルフェン、今回の支援担当はキャロリックとネメシスよ。
Kofne, the one responsible for support this time, were Krolik and Nemesis.
でもコルフェンもすっごく役に立ったんですよ。ですよね、隊長。
But I was very useful, right, Lida? Yes. Rosa, don't be too harsh, maybe?
そうね。
Yeah, of course.
コルフェン、隊長のお役に立てた。コルフェン強くなっちゃった。隊長、コルフェン強くなりましたよ。
I helped Lida out. I got stronger. I'm getting better, Lida.
軌道基地に戻る途中、ぼーっとしていたようだけど、考えていたのはそのこと？
On the way back, you seemed a little out of it. Is this what you were thinking about?
そうですよ。コルフェン強くなるのが夢だったんですもん。あ、メイリンちゃんにもお礼言わなくっちゃ。それと指揮官のお友達のペルシカさんにも。
Yeah, I was looking forward to being more capable in combat. Well, I should thank Mailing and the commander's friend, Persica.
ペルシカさんに？リモールディングパターンを使ったのか？実戦での効果はどうだった？
Persica? Did you use the remodeling pattern? Or did it perform in the practice?
パターンを起動したことで、ODE01 におけるファイルナンバー 2074-0533S の報告内容と比べると、各位の戦闘力が大幅に上昇しているわ。数値は推測不可能よ。詳細な戦力分析と報告書は30分後に提出予定。ファイルナンバーは 2074-0542S。
Yes, following the simulations of the remodeling pattern, a significant enhancement in the combat capabilities of allied units was observed compared to the operation that occurred at Satellite City OD01, file number 207405333S. The extent of the improvement cannot be estimated at this time. A delayed analysis and mission report will be submitted in 30 minutes. File number 20740542542S. Where's the difference? The number increased by 9? Yes.
こうも早くリモールディングパターンを使うことになるとは。あのセクスタンス2の人形、厄介な非人形形態で攻撃してきたんだって？どうやって奴に遭遇したんだ？
Using the remodeling pattern so quickly, did you encounter the doll that looked like Sextons in that problematic non-humanoid form? Or did you come into contact with her? And she still says doll that looks like Sextons. Darture will not be amused by this.
敵の外見はキャロリックの報告内容と完全に一致するわね。おそらく通信中断後にセクスタンス2の黒い人形が座標を送ってきたんだわ。私たちをおびき寄せるためにね。
Yes, the appearance of the enemy is identical to what Krolik described in her mission reports. After communications were cut off, we suspected that the doll resembling Sexton sent her location's coordinates to us and guided us to her position. Did she never told us her name, or we're just ignoring her name? I'm not sure at this point anymore. Because we know like Sexton's name like pretty much straight away, but she never told us the name?
座標地点に潜伏していた黒い人形は、私たちに出会うなり異なる形態に変形した。その後、68% の出力で、リモールディングパターンを起動し、黒い人形の破壊に成功。その場を離脱後、起動基地へと帰還した。
After reaching those coordinates, the doll dressed in black transformed into a different form from her initial appearance. We successfully simulated the remodeling patterns at 68 efficiency, intercepted and destroyed the doll. Subsequently, we designated and returned to the MBV.
名前がややこしいとはいえ、かなり使えるようだ。ペルシカさん、珍しく役に立ったな。
As much as mournful the name is, this device seems useful. Persica has done something productive for once. And this device is like, it's way too OP. It's like, there are no side effects for this. Maybe there are. Maybe what happened to Groza was the side effect of the remoting pattern and she's like a little bit off now with her mom NeuroCloud.
ペルシカさんのようなお友達がたくさん現れたらいいのに。ねえ、指揮官。コルフェン、もっと強くなりたいです。
If only friends like Persica would show up more often. I'm on about it. I don't mind her. I'm always looking to get stronger, you know?
それはどうかな。ペルシカさんのもたらした技術がどう転ぶかは誰にもわからない。今回もメイリンがいなかったら起動すらできなかった。
It's not always a good thing, though. Who knows what will come out of the text Persica handed us? If it wasn't for mailing, the remolding patterns would not have been usable this time either. I'm not sure how if importance Persica plays in Girls Frontline 1 story, but for me as NeuroCloud player, like first Girls Frontline game, I would love to see Persica's real self more. Just because it gives you a flashback to good memories. Now that I'm a little less on edge, I walk over to the lodge and pour myself a coffee. And even coffee, that sounds like Professor. I return to my chair in front of the command station with my full cup.
68% の制限を何とかする必要はあるが、とりあえず問題は解決できたな。メイリンが素体のメンテナンスを終えるまで一時休憩だ。
Also, we do need her to take care of their 68% limit as soon as possible. The situation at hand has been handled. We have some respite before mailing is done with those repairs.
そうだ。通信切断後、あの黒い人形がこっちに連絡してきた。
Right, before the communicator were cut off, I received something from that doll.
おお、指揮官が通信って言った途端、通信が入りましたよ。まさか、あの黒い人形じゃ。
Ooh, speaking of transmission, Commander, we have got one incoming. Would it be that doll dressed in black?
いや、彼女は君たちに破壊されたばかりだ。とすれば一体誰だ？まさか。
No, you just destroyed her. Who could it be? There's no way it's...
グローザ、発信元は？
Brother, who's on the other side?
暗号化ルートよ。発信元は不明。
The channel is encrypted. It's unclear who the other party is.
つなげてくれ。信号のトラッキング準備。
Put it through. Be ready to backtrack the comm signal. I stand before the projection screen. The call connects and a familiar face appears on the screen.
カリン？どうして君が？やめて。カリン、輝きを手に。
Colin? Is it you? Wait, you... Colin. The light the dawn?
夜明けを灯せ。
Shining edge in hand? Behind me, Kaufle slips quietly towards the window and peers at Colin on the screen with her head tilted to the side.
ダメだ。奴らも合言葉を知ってる。カリン、君は。
No, wait. They know that code word too. Colin, you...
カリーナです。合言葉を知ってる？一体何があったんですか？
It's Kalina. Oh, no, the code word. What happened?
いや、ちょっとアクシデントが。とにかくカリーナなんだな。
Well, there has been complications. In any case, Kalina. It's really Kalina, right?
私の推測が間違っていないなら、私の名義で送られた合言葉付きの偽造メッセージをあなた方は受け取ったということですか？
If my assumptions are correct, you have received a fabricated message sent in my name, including the code word.
ああ、差出人は不明。メッセージには座標が記されていた。私たちのいるこの座標だ。
Yes, it's unknown what the source was, and included in the message was a set of coordinates. We are currently at those coordinates.
今どちらに？
Where exactly are you?
座標をカリーナに送ってくれ、グローザ。
Send her all coordinates, Grozo.
了解。
Understood. Grozo taps away at the main terminal and sends the coordinates to Kalina via an encrypted channel.
確認しました。随分遠いですね。完全にキエフとは真逆の方向ですよ。しかもイエローエリア。
I see. That's far out. Isn't it the complete opposite direction of Kiev? In a yellow zone too?
そうだ。怪しいとは思ったんだが、メッセージには合言葉が含まれていた。
Yes. Suspicious as it was, the message contained the code word you gave me.
合言葉はレナさんが面と向かって教えたはずです。
Leva gave you the code word in person.
あの時周囲に怪しい人物はいなかった。レナにはどうやって合言葉を伝えたんだ？
There were no suspects nearby under that circumstances back then. How did Lena come to know the code word?
ODE01 に入る前から合言葉は決めていました。通信で。
Before entering OD01, we sent the code word. Through comms.
君の立ち上げた通信チャンネルがかなり早い段階から盗聴されていたということか。
So the communication channel you were using was trapped into a way beforehand?
そうなりますね。
That's the only possibility.
これまでの通信妨害のジャミング源を探っていたとき、いくつか手がかりを見つけました。すでにある程度の見当はついています。ですが、彼らによるオデッサとその周辺都市への侵食状況は我々の予想をはるかに超えている。こうしてみるとタイミングすらもこちらの予測とはずれているようです。
When we were pursuing the source of the communications interference, we found some clues and a direction to follow. However, the infiltration of Odessa and nearby satellite cities is far beyond what we initially expected. Moreover, it appears that their time frame was not within our projected estimates either.
彼ら？ジラードグループか？
There, the Girard Group?
正確に言えばジラードグループを含む多数の勢力です。現時点で分かっているのはジラードグループが関わっているということだけ。
To be specific, various factions are involved, including the Girard's group. So far, we can only be certain that the Girard's group is involved.
あなた方が ODE01 にて遭遇した機械ユニットはすべてジラードグループの雇用する PMC の名義で登録されています。オデッサおよび周辺地域への浄化機関における彼らの管轄権限はすでに執行しているため、本来ならば彼ら自身による申請を通じて浄化エリアの管轄権限を正式な行政管理権へと移行しなくてはなりません。
The mechanical units you encounter in OD01 are registered under the name of a PMC employer by the Girard's group. their jurisdiction over Odessa and the surrounding regions during the purification period has expired. Based on their submitted applications, their jurisdiction over the purification zone will be converted into a formal administrative authority. A name of a PMC employee, I'm not sure, but I already forgot the name of our client, but yeah, he does have a very noble name sounding.
申請が受理されると規定のプロセスに従い中央政府による訪問が3ヶ月にわたって行われるはずなんですが、保安局の情報によると彼らは殺傷性の高い施設兵器を有している。それも非軍事勢力管理局には未登録の。私たちが ODE-01 へと向かったのはそういった経緯からです。
Upon receiving the application, the central government placed them under a probation period of 3 months in accordance with standard procedure. However, information provided by StateSec indicates that they possess multiple privately established armed forces with significant lethality. Those armored forces have not been registered with the Non-Military Forces Administration, which is why we went to OD-01.
ああ、前にも聞いた。殺傷性の高い施設兵器、セクスタンスだな。
Yeah, you explained this before. Private armed forces. You're referring to sextants.
それとダーチは傘型の武器を持った黒い人形です。彼女がオデッサを離れたという情報を得ました。そちらの受信した偽造メッセージと関係あるのかは分かりませんが、遭遇したことは？
Darture as well. A doll, mostly dressed in black, wielding an umbrella-like weapon. We have received intel of her leaving Odessa. But we are not sure if that's related to the fabricated message you received. Have you encountered her? You are a little bit too late, Helena, but yes, we did.
遭遇したどころか、ここに到着してすぐに彼女から通信が入った。相手の姿は君の説明と一致する。
Not just encountered. We received a message after we arrived here. The sender of the message I saw matched the description you just provided.
つまり偽造されたメッセージはダーチュアによるものだったと。
That fabricated message was sent by Darture?
いや、彼女じゃない。ちょうどそれをグローザたちに説明しようとしたところだ。通信中、彼女は私にサンプルを渡し任務を終わらせることをやたらと強調していた。思うに、サンプルは彼女にとって、あるいは現段階での彼女にとっては、それほど重要ではなくなったのかもしれない。
No, it wasn't her. I was just about to discuss this with Groza and the others before you called. During our communication with Darture, she continuously emphasized that I should hand over the sample and abandon the mission. But I think the sample to her, or to her current state, is not as important as it was before.
ODE-01 での交戦時、ダーチュアの行動はサンプルのみを目的としていた。グローザがもし最後にとにかくヘレナは彼女に連れ去られていたかもしれないんだ。
During the incidents at OD-01, Darture actions all revolved around the sample. If it wasn't for Groza, she may have taken off with Helena in the end. Why did we cough here? I cough. Oh, thank you for explanation, game. I coughed to stop myself from revealing the fact about Groza staying back to obscure Darture. Groza looks down and lets out a discreet but knowing chuckle before walking up to me from the main terminal.
交戦する前、彼女との会話を通じていくつか情報を得られたの。
Before the battle, there was some info that came up in the conversation with her.
ちょっと待ってください。交戦ですって？グローザさん、まさかダーチュアと戦ったんですか？
Wait, battle? Groza, You went up against Darture?
すでに破壊したわ。
The destruction was confirmed.
破壊？皆さん、リモールディングパターンを使ったんですか？
Destruction? Did you use the remodeling pattern?
ええ。リモールディングパターンを 68% で起動し、そちらの説明と一致する黒い人形の破壊に成功したわ。
Yes, we stimulated the remodeling pattern at 68% efficiency and successfully destroyed the doll in black that you described.
68%？
68%?
ペルシカさんの残した情報の解析途中にアクシデントがあった。メイリンによると、携帯型ストレージの中のエピフィラムエネルギーがなぜか 68% までしか引き出せないそうだ。
Mailing had their mishaps when deciphering the information given us from Persicalia. Based on the available information we had, the collapsed epithelium with the portable storage could only be stimulated up to 68%.
ペルシカさんのデータの問題なのか、調整時に代替パーツを使用したからなのかは不明だ。パーツに関してはどうしようもない。ペルシカさんに連絡できるか？
We're not certain whether the problem lies with the data provided by Persica or the fact that we used some replacement components during adjustments. We couldn't lack a solution to the component problem right now. Can you get contact into with Persica?
ペルシカさんはこのところ新技術の研究にかかりきりで、時間があるかどうか、私もしばらくは彼女と連絡が取れないので、先にパーツを解決されては？
Persica has been busy researching new technologies, and we are unsure about the time frame. I'm unable to get in touch with her immediately. Have you tried replacing the components first?
金がないんだ。懇意にしている闇ブローカーは該当するパーツを扱ってない。彼女に調達してもらうとなると多額の資金が必要になる。
I don't have the money for that. The broker I'm working with does not have the relevant components currently, and requesting a special order from her will cost an arm and leg.
他の闇ブローカーに当たってみます。
I will get in contact with some other brokers.
よろしく頼む、カリン。それと
I will be counting on you, then, Colin. About that.
それで足りてないパーツというのは？
What parts are you missing?
グローザ、メイリンに連絡してリストをカリンに送るよう言ってくれ。
Rather, contact mailing. Send the list of what we need to Colin.
了解。
Understood.
カリン、後ほど届くはずだ。
Colin, have a look.
必要となるパーツの種類によっては、供給可能なブローカーの確認に時間を要します。確定でき次第お知らせしますね。それとグローザさん、ダーチュアとの会話から得られた情報とは？
With the variety of components you need, we will have to wait a bit for the relevant personnel to confirm the availability of those supplies. You will be notified accordingly. Continuing on from before, what did you uncover from your conversation with Darture?
結論を言えば、指揮官の考えと同じよ。彼女は今回サンプルについて一切言及していなかった。ODE01 の時とは全く違うわ。
My conclusions are much the same as the commander's. During our conversation, she did not mention the sample at all, which is in stark contrast to the focus she had on it during the events on OD01.
セクスタンスを ODE01 における彼女の協力者とみなすなら、おそらく何らかの理由により協力関係に変化が生じたのでしょうね。
If we regard Sextant, who we previously encountered in OD01 as her partner, then the reason for the change, I believe, is a change in her collaboration.
ああ、彼女の言動からもそれは感じた。ダーチャーは別の誰かと手を組んだんだ。偽造メッセージは彼女の新たな協力者、もしくは提携組織によるものだろう。
Yeah, based on her description, I also gather similar information. Darture is now working with someone else. I believe that the sender of the fabricated message is the new individual she is cooperating with, or rather, the group.
ダーチュアはすでにジラードグループを離れています。その後の所属先は現在調査中です。
Darture has already parted ways with the Girard's group, and her new affiliation is unknown. We are still investigating.
つまり奴らは君が調査に赴いた3日間を利用して私の通信を傍受し偽造メッセージを送ってきたというわけか。
So, during the 3 days you were investigating, they utilized that time to intercept my communications, then send me this fabricated message?
今回の調査には様々な機関が関わっていて、各方面との調整が必要不可欠です。幸いこの一連の事件を追っている人物と連絡がついています。証拠を裏付ける過程においていろいろと手助けしていただきました。ジラードグループが違法兵器を所有しているという適切な証拠をたった3日間で入手できたのは彼女のおかげです。
And the interrogation process involved various agencies, demanding extensive coordination. Fortunately, we managed to identify another individual who was investigating these matters. Her assistance in the process of evidence validation provides invaluable. With her help, we were able to amass concrete evidence that the Girard group is in possession of illegal armed forces within 3 days.
証拠はすべて中央政府へと提出されました。これで少なくともオデッサおよび周辺エリアにおいてはジラードグループによる行政管理権の申請は却下されるでしょう。
We have already submitted the evidence we possess to the central government. Based on this, the central government will reject the Girard's group application for administrative control over Odessa and its surrounding areas.
すぐに連絡できず、この時間差を利用されたのは私の責任です。申し訳ありません、指揮官様。
Not contacting you in time and allowing them to exploit this time frame was my mistake. My apologies, Commander.
いや、君たちに協力してくれた人物というのは。
Yeah. Can you confirm the identity of those who are helping you?
現在、タブモンの同僚と協力して彼女の身元と目的を割り出しています。ダーチュアの新たな所属先も現在調査中です。引き続きレナさんがそちらの通信状況をフォローしますので、通信が遮断されることはなくなるはずです。
We are currently cooperating with colleagues from other departments to verify their identity and objectives. Their affiliation of Darture is also under investigation. Helena will keep a close eye on your comms situation to ensure there are no further interceptions.
非軍事勢力管理局、そういったものを調査するのも君たちの管轄内なのか？
The non-military force administration is investigating this kind of matters, also with your jurisdiction.
違法な武装勢力に関わる部分だけです。
Only the part related to illegal armed forces.
この依頼をもらってから現在に至るまで、この一連の出来事に関わっているのは違法な武装勢力だけにとどまらない。カリン、君は一体何をしているんだ？
From assigning me this assignment to now, the series of events goes far beyond just illegal armed forces. Karen, just what exactly are you doing? Karen adjusted the position of her communicator. She must have accidentally messed with the audio settings as I start picking up more background noises.
非軍事勢力管理。武装勢力はそれが軍事かどうかに関わらず、能動的または受動的に様々な物事に巻き込まれていきます。その点についてはご存知のはずですよ、指揮官様。
The Non-Military Forces Administration, armed forces, whether or not they are military, tend to get involved in more things, whether actively or passively. You should be well aware of this, Commander.
今私に言えるのは、私が非軍事勢力管理局の高級参事官であるということだけ。
For now, I can only tell you that my role is that of a senior counselor of the Non-Military Forces Administration.
ならダンデライオンはあいつは ODE01 の都市封鎖まで解除できた。もしかして彼女にも何か身分があるのか。まさかロレンの都市管理システムをハッキングしたなんてことはないだろうな。
What about Dandelion then? She's capable of lifting the city lockdown on OD01. Does she have some other roles as well? It could not be that she managed to breach the city management system of the URNC, right?
いいえ、彼女は私とは異なります。彼女自身はロレンシステムの責任体制に属していません。ダンデライオンさんは現在、名実ともに休暇中です。彼女による都市封鎖の解除は正規の手段であるとは言えませんが、ロレンの許可を得ているのは確かです。でなければ私が困ります。
No, she's different from me. She has no responsibilities in the URNC system. Dandelion is currently well and truly on vacation. She had the ability to lift the lockdown using unconventional methods, but it was still sanctioned by the URNC. Otherwise, I would have been in hot water too.
つまりロレンに認められた非正規的な手段なのか。
Unconventional methods allowed by the URNC?
具体的な方法はまだ言えません。機密情報が含まれています。あなたはすでに。
I can't provide you with the exact details at the moment. This involves some classified informations, and since you're already left,
あなたにとっては必要のない情報でしょうから。
you should have no use for this information for the moment. Karen looks away, hesitantly.
わかった。必要になった時にまた教えてくれ、カリン。
Alright. I will have to ask you again when it becomes relevant, Colin.
はい、いずれ。ヘレナさんはそちらの軌道基地内にいらっしゃるはずですが。
Yeah, when the time comes. How is Helena? She should be with you on the MBB, right?
体調が悪化している。戻ってからずっと眠ったままだ。だがコルフェンの治療を受けて回復し始めている。そろそろ目を覚ますはずだ。
Helena's condition has worsened, and she's remained in the state of sleep ever since her return. She is starting to recover after coughless treatment and should wake up soon.
体調が悪化？コーラプス放射線の影響ですか？
Her condition worsens? Was it due to the collapse radiation?
コーラプス放射線の不足によるものだ。
Rather, lack of collapse radiation.
検査結果と結論は確実なんですか？
Can the conclusion and experimental data be validated?
お話中すみません。それについてはコルフェンがお答えしますね。
Ta-da! Sorry to interrupt, but it's my turn to answer. Partner, who has been listening quietly to our conversation by the window, raises her hand.
検査した項目、並びにデータはどれも確実です。なんたってコルフェンは医療用人形ですから。ですが結論はコルフェンによる推測に過ぎません。いろいろとできていない検査もたくさんありますし、エルモ号の設備は完全とは言えませんからね。
The data from the test we have run are solid, since I'm medical doll after all. However, their conclusions are based on my own speculations. There are many tests that could not be carried out due to the limited medical equipment on the Elmo.
中央陸軍 EFR 第11領後科学防護隊 第三医療班所属の医療用人形 TSK-2076 コルフェンさんですね。
Oh my god, she literally knows our birth, place, mother's name, and whatever this information right now here is provided. Central Army Emergency First Response Unit. 3rd Medical Team of the 11th Medical and Chemical Regiment. Medical Doll. TSK 2076. Kalfner. How did you even notice all of this information?
はいそうです。
Yeah, that's me.
わあこんなに早く分かっちゃうなんて、さすがは指揮官の信頼のおける古い馴染みですね。
Wow, you figured it out so quickly, as expected of the commander's trusted old friend. On the projection screen, Fan looks down, probably to check her communicator.
コルフェンさん、もしあなたの推測が確かなら、ヘレナさんは
Golfner, if your speculations are true, then Helena is an heir.
本当の完全免疫体ではない。
She is an heir, truly fully moon individual.
ヘレナのコーラプス放射線への免疫は一定濃度の範囲内においてのみ発揮されるのかもしれない。唯一分かっているのはイエローエリアの放射線レベルには耐えられるが、グリーンエリアの濃度を下回ると彼女の健康状態が悪化するということだ。
Helena's immunity to collapse radiation possibly exhibits itself with a specific range of radiation concentration. Currently, we have determined that she can withstand comparable radiations to that of a collapsed storm within a yellow sun. However, negative effects begin to appear when radiation reaches concentration equals or to the lower that of a common in a green sun.
短い間でしたが、ヘレナさんは彼らの手の内にありました。もし彼女が完全免疫体だったとしたら、その間に生体情報を入手し、必要なだけの実験サンプルを抽出するだけで彼らには十分だったのかもしれない。
Helena was briefly taken away by them before. If Helena is a fully immune individual, acquiring her biological information and extracting sufficient experiment sample within a short period of time might have been enough for them.
だがヘレナが完全免疫体でなかった場合、奴らには実験体としてのヘレナが必要となる。
But if Helena isn't a fully immune individual, then perhaps what is more valuable to them is their Helena that was once an experimental subject.
奴らの目的は、もしくは目的の一つは、ヘレナをサンプルに彼女の特殊性をテスト、研究することにあるのかもしれないな。例えば、強いコーラプス放射線環境に生物が適応していくための実験とか。
As for their objective, or among one of their objectives, it is to use Helena as a sample to test and research her uniqueness. For instance, to understand how her body adapts to the intense collapse radiations environments.
我々の調査対象であるジラードグループの組織構造には、バイオテクノロジー関連の分野として登録された子会社はありませんでした。
The Gerard's group is our primary target of investigation, but we find no subsidiaries registered in the field of biotechnology with the organization structure of the Gerard's group. Brother accesses the database and pulls me some information.
それに、ジラードグループの公開するビジネス情報の中には、バイオテクノロジーに関わるグループやプロジェクトは確認されていない。
Furthermore, within the publicly available business information of the Gerard's group, there are no indications of any collaboration, group or projects related to biotechnology.
奴らの行動から察するに、実験台としてのヘレナはもう必要なくなったということか。カリン、奴らは着目点を変えたんだ。
Judging from their actions, it seems they no longer need a Helena as an experimental subject. Colin, their focus has been shifted.
今似たような事件を思い出しました。
I just suddenly thought of something similar.
というと
What is it?
ロクサット主義合衆国連盟政府の機密文書の中に ZMQ038 という番号のファイルが存在するんです。浄化事業に関連するとある事件について記録されています。
In their OLNC vital documents archive, there's a document labeled DMQ038, which details an event relevant to the purification project.
浄化エリアの敷設中に当該エリアを担当していた路線群が下水処理場を整地していたところ、浄化層から大量の骸骨が見つかったんです。
During the process of laying down purification zone, the Great Wall Railway Forces detachment responsible for the area discovering a large amount of carcasses while clearing out a sewage treatment tank.
調査により、その場所がとあるバイオ医療品メーカーの管轄にあったことが判明しました。開発進捗や薬効を確かなものとするためにクローン体を違法に使用していたのです。それらのクローン体には類似した特徴が見られた。
After an investigation, it was revealed that this location was once under the control of a biopharmaceutical company. In their pursuit of expediting drug development and ensuring drugs efficiency, the company unlawfully used clones. Those clones shared similar physical conditions.
E. Helena O43
Oh no, E. Helena or 43. So there are multiple Helenas. We are entering the cloning technology of cloning region for the sake of experimental results.
それは
That is,
ヘレナちゃんの名前の由来ですよ。ヘレナちゃんの連れている球体の内部を調査していた時にメイリンちゃんが見つけたんです。となるとヘレナちゃんはたくさんいるってことですか？
the origin of Helena's name, something Mailing discovered when examining the internal programming of the spheres Helena has. Does it mean that there are multiple Helenas?
今のところ第二のヘレナさんは見つかっていません。
We have yet to discover the second Helena. And who knows if they are even alive?
見つかっていないだけだな。
Not yet.
はい。もしかしたら突破口となるかもしれません。調査の際に留意しておきます。指揮官様、今回の事件は我々の想像以上に複雑です。あなたにヘレナさんの安全を確保していただきたいのです。
This could lead to a breakthrough. We will keep that in mind during our investigation. Commander, this matter is much more complex than we initially anticipated. Please keep Helena safe.
安全は保証する。だがヘレナが複数存在するとなると、もはや私たちのヘレナにそこまでの重要性はないのかもしれない。
I will ensure her safety. But I believe that if there is a possibility of multiple Helenas, our Helena might not be as important. I already empathized this earlier.
奴らはすでに他のヘレナを入手していて、私たちの持つヘレナはターゲットの一つに過ぎなかった。ダーチュアの態度の変化がその証拠だ。
They have already acquired another Helena, and our Helena was just one of their targets. The change in Darture's attitude supports this hypothesis.
いいえ、まだ確定はできません。
No, we cannot be sure.
私たちの握っている情報はヘレナさんに関わる事件のごく一部であると思われます。その中で明確な価値を持つターゲットとして我々に認識できるのは唯一彼女だけです。
The events related to Helena are likely just a small part of a large picture. In the grand schemes of things, she is the only target we can definitely identify as having significant value.
合流地点はキエフのままで彼女を送り届けてください指揮官様
The meeting point is still Kiev, and I need you to bring her over there, Commander.
合流地点を変える必要はないのか？私たちがキエフに向かうことはすでに奴らに知られている。
Is there no need for a change of location? They should already know that we are going to Kiev.
相手の勢力範囲がどの程度なのか分かりません場所を変えても結局は知られてしまうでしょうですがキエフなら確実に安全です
We are unsure of the extent of the enemy's influence. They will still find out if we change locations. Going to Kiev ensures absolute safety.
わかった。だがカリン。
Alright. But Colin.
はい
ここからキエフへはかなりの距離がある。こちらの状況は君も分かっているはずだ。
It's going to take quite a while for me to reach Kiev. I assume you are aware of my current situation, right?
そうですね
Yes.
リモールディングパターンのパーツだけじゃない。弾薬、人形の素体、起動基地の稼働を維持するための各種部品、有事の際に必要となる各種武装、ひいては水や食料などの補給品に至るまで。程度の差こそあれど、どれも不足している状態だ。
In addition to the components needed for the remodeling patterns, I will need armor, doll frames, and other bits of pieces we will need to keep the MBB running. We also require various types of weaponry for potential emergencies. And every daily supplies, like food and water. There's almost nothing that we don't need more of.
長距離の移動や戦闘が続くとなると、最悪1週間も経たないうちに、私や起動基地、そして基地の、もちろんヘレナも含めたメンバー全員が、君とお別れをすることになりかねない。
If there's going to be long distance travel and continuous combat ahead, the Elmo, everyone else on board, and I, including Helena, may be saying our farewells to you within the week.
10年会わないうちに行政管理方面のスキルが格段に進歩したようですね指揮官様
It's been 10 years, and your administrative capabilities have certainly improved, Commander.
君に褒められるとはな。
You flatter me. Someone must have called out of screen as Kalin disappears from view for a few seconds. She returns in a few moments.
そう遠くないところに短時間で十分なパーツを調達できる闇ブローカーがいます名前はサージャさん座標は後ほどお送りします
I have already established contact with a broker named Saga. They are not far away from your current coordinates and can quickly supply the necessary components. I will send you the coordinates shortly.
他の物資は
And the other supplies?
追加項目としてサージャさんに知らせておきます
Saga will be informed of them.
助かるよ。
You have my thanks.
ヘレナさんは任せましたよ指揮官様必ず彼女の安全を守ってください
Helena is in your hands, Commander. You must keep her safe.
わかった。
Of course.
通信終了
Cut the line.
ちょっと待ってくださいカリンネカリンネってお呼びしてもいいですか
Hang on, Pixies Kalin. Can I call you Pixies? All of a sudden, Kaufman walks up to me from behind with a jolly smile and waves at Kalin on the screen.
カリンネはホワイトエリアにいるんですよねそれになかなか情報通のようですしコルフェン一つお願いがあるんです
Pixies Kalin is in the white zone and you are capable of accessing hard-to-find information. I have got a request.
コルフェン、カリンは忙しいんだ。彼女の時間がある時に聞いたらどうだ？
However, now, Colin is currently dealing with more complicated matters. You can ask her when she is available.
それもそうですね。それじゃあ先にカリン姉に伝えておきますね。カリン姉、お時間のある時にコルフェンを手伝ってもらえないでしょうか。
You have a point. Then I will just tell Big Sis Colin first. When you have time, please see if you can help me, alright?
第11領後科学防護隊について聞きたいんですか？
You want to ask about the 11th.
その通りです。カリン姉ってば鋭い。さすがは指揮官の古い馴染みですね。でも正確には第11領後科学防護隊第3医療班に関する情報ですね。カリン姉がお暇な時に調べてみてくれませんか？
Your guess is on spot, Big Sis Colin, as I would have expected of their commander's old friend. Though, to be specific, it's about the 3rd medical team of the 11th Medical and Chemical Regiment. When Big Sis Colin has time, can you take a look for me?
わかりました。何か情報があれば指揮官様に連絡します。
I will keep it in mind. Any news that I find will be relayed to the commander.
その、カリン、よろしく頼む。
Oh, sorry for the inconvenience then, Colin.
はい。
Don't mention it. Perhaps due to the Kaufman's influence, Colin looks at me and smiles faintly.
コルフェン、
ご迷惑でしたか、指揮官。
Did I cause you troubles, Commander?
構わんさ。
Whatever.
ありがとうございます、指揮官。何か情報があったら必ずコルフェンに教えてくださいね。
Thanks, Commander. Please to tell me if there are any new news, okay? Oh my god, Carl is so difficult to handle. It's such a chaotic ball of energy in Elmo. Holy.
わかった。
Alright. I walk away from the projector screen back to the chair at the command station. I collapse into the chair and stare up at the ceiling.
まずコーラプスストーム、続いてバリアーグ、間にブージャムを挟んで、さらには変形可能な人形、おまけに背後にあるジラードグループにバイオテクノロジー関連とおぼしきなんちゃらグループときた。さて、お次は何が出てくることやら。
First it was the collapse storm, then it was the warriors with this ballroom something, and then there's a door that can transform along with involvement of the Gerard's group, and possibly some biotechnology conglomerate. Who knows what else will get dragged into this? Commander, this is only the beginning, I would say.
この依頼がこうも複雑だとは。カリンも厄介なことを押し付けてきたもんだ。物資を入手できたから良かったものの、一歩間違えればエルモ号を手放してたかもな。
Why is this assignment so complex? Seriously, Colin, why the hell did you hang this off to me? Thanks goodness I nipped some supplies out of this, or even the Elmo's gonna come crashing down with it all. I sit up, take a sip from my coffee. The stone-cold beverage makes me do a double take.
もうこんな時間か。コーヒーが冷めてしまった。
Ah, it took that long? My coffee's gotten cold.
物資は不足しているけど、一杯のコーヒー程度なら心配いらないわ。
Even though the supply situation is strained, discarding a cup of coffee is not a tremendous loss. Throws the box over to me from the main terminal and takes my cup back to the lodge. She comes back to the command station and hands me a fresh cup of coffee.
ごめんなさい。トラッキングは完了してないの。またコーヒーを冷まさないようにね、指揮官。
Okay, first, this is very cute. Second, coffee in operating room. Such a nostalgic feeling, I guess. I apologize. The communication backtrack failed. Please, don't let the coffee get cold, Commander.
ありがとう。
Thanks.
指揮官、カリン姉とは仲直りできましたか？
Commander! Smoothed things over with Bixie's Kalin, have you? Often gaze flickering towards the projection screen. My eyebrow twitched uncontrollably as I clutched at my coffee.
何がだ？
Where would that come from?
さっき話してる途中でカリン姉への態度や呼び方をほんの少し変えましたね。それはもう明らかに。
You switched up your tone, and the way you addressed her earlier, it was quite obvious.
問題が解決できたならよかったわ。
As long as the job gets done. I stare down at my coffee, trying to keep my face blank. The short silence is interrupted by an incoming transmission.
カリーナの送ってきた座標よ。
Coordinates from Helena.
目標地点に設定。環境情報をインポート。最適ルート分析。まずは物資補給といこう。
Target location set. Plug in the environmental data and plot a route that allows us to resupply.
了解。
Copy.
指揮官。
Hey, Commander.
なんだ？
コルフェン、先ほどいろいろ耳にしましたよ。ヘレナちゃんの件ってとっても複雑なんですね。でも私たちただの賞金ハンターですよ。こんなに複雑なことを続けてて本当に大丈夫なんですか？
That was a lot of new stuff to take in. You know, this whole Helena business seems complicated. We are just bounty hunters after all. So is it really okay for us to get involved in those kind of affairs? Not gonna lie, Carlton do ask important questions right now.
確かに今の私たちはただの賞金ハンターだ。だが今回の件。
Yeah, we are just bounty hunters. But this...
事の始まりと核心は完全免疫体にある。それなら一つ思い当たることが。
If the source of all of this is the fully moon individual, then... If I'm correct...
そうでないことを願うよ。
Let's hope it's not.
ヘレナを追う勢力の調査などという面倒なことはカリンに任せよう。最重要課題である補給問題はとりあえず解決だな。計画通りヘレナをカリンに引き渡す。その後どうするかは物資を届けてくれるカリンの考えに委ねるさ。
Let's leave the arduous task of investigation Helena origins to Kalin. First, let's focus on resolving the supply problems, and then transfer Helena to Kavin. As for what comes next, we will have to see how Kalin arranged things.
ルート確定。これより目標地点へと移動する。
Road planning complete. Processing to target location.
グローザ、メイリンはどうしてる？
Brother, how is mailing progress?
ネメシスとキャロリックの素体メンテナンスは12分前に完了しているわ。ただ、その過程でネメシスとキャロリックが衝突。メイリンは現在、その解決に追われているわね。ヘレナの様子を見るには、まだ時間がかかりそうよ。
She reported in 12 minutes ago, stating that she has completed the maintenance of Nemesis and Krolik. However, during the maintenance process, some issues developed between the two of them. Mailing is currently working to manage the situation. It might take a while before she can check up on Helena.
見に行ってこよう。
Oh, I will go have a look.
コルフェン、ヘレナは君に任せる。意識が戻るようであれば、すぐに知らせてくれ。
Golf now. I will leave Helena with you. Tell me immediately if she shows any sign of waking.
ネメシスちゃんとキャロリックちゃんを止めるの、コルフェンも手伝いましょうか。
Don't you need my assistance with handling Nemesis and Krolik?
大丈夫だ。ふと思ったんだが、グローザ。
No. I have just thought of something. Groza?
何？
Yes?
セクスタンスとダーチュアとの戦闘報告書に、ネメシスが相手に対して特殊な反応を示したとあったな。
In the two mission reports relating the Sexton and Darture, I recall that Nemesis has certain reactions to those dolls.
浄化エリアでもセクスタンスの攻撃に見覚えがあると言っていたわ。それ以上の情報はキャロリックには解読できなかったみたい。
In the purification zone, Nemesis mentioned having encountered attack patterns resembling those of the Sextant before. However, Krolik wasn't able to decipher any more of that, she said.
ODE01 の時もですよ。
Same goes for when in OD01.
ネメシスちゃんはダーチュアのこと知ってるって言ってました。でもキャロリックちゃんも翻訳できずじまいで、どういう意味で言ったのか私たちにもわかりません。
Nemesis said Darture was an old acquaintance, but Krolik could not translate exactly what she meant, so no one knows for sure.
そうか。私が確認してくる。
Alright, I will go make sure. After gulping down the last of the coffee, I return the cup to the lodge and leave the operating room. Vortex field. The overly self-important celestial body is still moved by a force from the darkness. Leader, why don't we just roll over in this time? There don't seem to be many elite creatures. There's a risk of damaging their chassis. The Elmo can take that kind of risk right now. Clear the obstacles along the path first. That will lower the risk. The MBV is nearly out of ammo. The commander is probably thinking of making some money off those elites. Oh, looks like we have to fight for survival.
あんたが私のクソもう終わりなの？まだ私の
警戒システムオン。現在の速度は時速 55km。
Security system activated. Current speed 55 km per hour.
カリンが示した目標地点まであとどのぐらいだ？
How far are you from the target location Canon gave us?
現在のルートでは距離にして約 650km。 予定走行時間は約20時間。
Based on our current route, we are about 650 kilometers off. Estimated time of arrival 20 hours.
そんなにかかるのか。走行速度を落としてくれ。物資が足りてないんだ。故障すると困る。
That far? Lower our current speed. We are short on supplies, and any malfunctions or incidents could be disastrous.
走行速度を時速 45km まで減速。生き袋の影響で現在位置が軌道から若干逸れているわ。10分後に予定ルートへと戻る予定よ。
Speed has been reduced to 45 km per hour. Additionally, due to the presence of Alice, we have made a slight deviation from our route. We are expecting to return to the designated route in approximately 10 minutes.
よし。車載観測レーダーの権限解放。環境情報を比較。生き袋の密集地帯を迂回していくぞ。
Activate the vehicle monitor. We will cross-reference environment data and avoid the areas with dense amount of elites.
了解。車載観測レーダーの権限解放。
Understood. Vehicle monitor activated successfully. The Elmo continues on its journey. I walk up to the full height window. The light is dim in the fast approaching dusk. The land that was clearly visible under the bright sunlight is now shrouded in a thin layer of haze.
ヘレナ、カリン。
指揮官、少し休んだら？
Commander, do you need a rest? I stare out of the window at the sun in the days, when I suddenly feel a gentle touch on my shoulder. I turn my head and see Groza standing behind me with a hesitant look.
指揮官？
あ
Commander?
あ、すまん。ぼーっとしていた。
Groza, sorry. I was lost in thoughts.
いえ、大丈夫。指揮官、話があるの。
No, don't worry about it. Commander, there's something.
隊長が珍しく躊躇しているな。どうしたんだ？
It isn't often that the leader hesitates. What is it?
指揮官、
Commander?
なんだ？
Yeah?
カリーナのことだけど、あまりにも信用しすぎじゃないかしら。メッセージを受け取った後、送信者の身分も確認せず、通信障害の原因すら聞かなかったのはあまりにも軽率よ。
Commander, I believe you be placing too much trust in Helena. Upon receiving that message, you made a hasty decision without verifying the sender's identity and locking down the source of that comms interference. And that's what I was also thinking too. It's like, it went too smoothly, right? You know, like, who knows what happened in those 10 years?
合言葉は一致していただろ、グローザ。
The code was verified, Groza.
私とレナがやり取りした情報を相手が握っていたのは確かに想定外だった。不確定要素はあるにしろ、私の判断は理にかなったものだったと思うが。
I didn't expect them to be able to acquire the information exchange between Lena and myself in person. Even though there is uncertainty, the premise of the choice I made was adequately justified.
でも事件はその不確定要素へと近づいていってる。
However, the subsequent course of events seems to align with this uncertainty.
あなたの選択がチーム全体の行く末を左右するのよ、指揮官。
Your choices determine the course of the entire convoy, Commander. God, we're getting scolded. I don't feel like very well right now. I give no answer and simply return to staring at the sun outside the window.
人形ならば素体を破壊されても、メンタルバックアップがある限り再起動が可能よ。今回、もし私たちが戻らなければ、あなたとメイリーは大変なことになっていた。
For dolls, even if there's a neural backup, we can still be reactivated even if our bodies are destroyed. Under that circumstances back then, both you and Mailing would have been in danger if we never made it back.
でも、戻ってきた。予想外の損傷もなく、情報も獲得できた。この結果が失敗だとは思えないがね。
But you did return. There were no unexpected casualties. And we have also gained more intel. I don't believe this decision would point to failure.
指揮官、私はあなたにより慎重になってもらいたいの。
Commander, I hope your decision will be more cautious.
タスク3115の依頼を受けてからというもの、まるで複雑な渦の中に巻き込まれたかのよう。それ自体、あなたが汚染エリアに来た理由と矛盾しているわ。このまま進めば、より大きな危険に直面することになる。
Since undertaking task 3115, it seems you have been drawn into a complicated series of events. This goes against the very reason you chose to enter the contamination zone back then. If you decide to proceed, you might face even greater risk.
慎重でなくては困るの。たとえ私でも、完全に信用してはダメよ、指揮官。
caution is necessary. You cannot allow yourself to fully trust anyone. Not even me, Commander. I swivel back and look Groza squarely in the eyes.
君を信じてるよ、グローザ。
I do trust you, Groza. Groza avoids my eyes. That's not the sign.
そういう問題じゃ。
That's not the point.
任務を引き受けた時点で、私たちはとっくに渦の中だ。放棄したところで結果は変わらない。この渦中を抜け出すには、状況が許す限り、一つでも多くの情報を得るしかない。
The assignment has already been accepted. And we already find ourselves in the maelstrom it has created. Even if we were to back out now, the outcome would not be any different. To make the best out of the situation, we need to gather more intel when the circumstances allow. This way, we might have a chance to navigate our way out of this.
私はもうグリフィンの指揮官じゃない。エルモ号で汚染エリアを冒険するんだ。何をしたっていい。再会した時に、あなたが言った言葉よ。
I'm no longer commander of Griffin. We can do whatever we want in contamination zones with the Elmo. How does it sound? We will be free. That's what you told me when we meet again.
指揮官、覚えてる？
Commander, do you still remember?
私がヘレナを引き渡した後、カリンの手伝いを続けるんじゃないかと疑ってるのか？
You believe that once we have finished escorting Helena, we will continue assisting Karin instead of returning to our bounty hunter life. Is that right?
違う。カリーナを信用しすぎだと言っているの。隊長として指揮官であるあなたにはもっと慎重になっていただきたいものね。前置きはこれぐらいにしておくわ。指揮官、素直に答えて。
No, it's just that you trust Kalina too much. As team leader, I hope that you will experience more cautious when making decisions. Anyway, I have another matter I need to discuss with you.
あなたがこの件に関わり続けるのは、カリーナのためだけではないわね。
Commander, your continued involvement in this cannot be only for Kalin's sake.
君の推理を聞こう。
I would like to hear that what you think.
今回の件は、あなたがグリフィンにいたことと関係している。そうでしょ、指揮官。
This whole affair is related to your past experiences with Griffin. Am I right, Commander?
やれやれ。
It's expected. After a long moment of silence, I shrug and relax.
さすがは隊長。鋭いな。
I suspected of my team leader. You hit the nail on the head.
それじゃあ、今度は指揮官の推理を拝聴したいわね。
Then, could you tell me what's on your mind, Commander?
私は
I lean back again the window and crane my neck. Within view in the skylight of the operating room. The setting sun leads to room a warm orange tint, but the color is only superficial and does not alter its original greenish gray.
まだグリフィンにいた時、とある任務を受け持った。抹殺任務だ。
Back when I was in Griffin, I took on a mission to deal with someone.
極めて困難な任務だったよ。そしてグリフィンでの最後の任務でもあった。私の人形たちは、そのために大きな犠牲を払った。その後も任務の達成を幾度となく確認したよ。結局、それがきっかけで、私はグリフィンを辞めることにしたんだ。
It was an incredibly difficult mission. and was the last one I ever completed at Griffin. My dolls paid a tremendous price. At the end of it all, I made sure time and time again to verify the mission's completion. This event ultimately played a role in my decision to leave Griffin.
今回の件はその任務の名残だと思っていた。だがヘレナという完全免疫体とおぼしき存在によって引き起こされた一連の事件はこの任務が何も終わっていなかったことを示唆している。
I initially thought that Helena was just a remnant of that mission. But now the whole chain of events surrounding her as a possibility, fully immune individual, only proves that the mission is far from over.
何者かが完全免疫体の研究を続けているんだ。
Someone is continuing the research of the fully immune individual.
あるいは研究の方向性が一致している。
Or maybe they are simply pursuing the same direction of research.
いや、私の握る手がかりはただ一つの可能性を指している。抹殺すべき人物は死んでいなかった。私のグリフィンにおける最後の任務は失敗していたんだ。
No. The clues I have currently indicates only one possibility. The person I was sent to eliminate is still alive. My last mission at Griffin ended in failure.
もし私の過去のメンタル記録がまだ存在していたら。
If only my past neural cloud records were still.
ネメシスとはどうだった？何か役に立つ情報は見つかったの？
Would cross-checking with Nemesis be helpful for the current situation?
いくつか発見はあったが役に立つかどうかはわからない。
We have some discoveries, but as for how useful they will be...
ネメシスはダーチュアとセクスタンスを知っていた。いや、正確にはダーチュアとセクスタンスの特性をか。イエローエリアで放浪していた時期に彼女たちと同じタイプの人形、もしくは似たような技術を応用した人形を見たのかもしれない。
Nemesis familiar with Darture and Sextant, or to be precise, familiar with some of their traits. Nemesis might have encountered them while wandering around the Yellow Zone, possibly encountering dolls of the same series, or even those that employ similar attacks patterns.
キャロリックは正しく翻訳できないの？
Was Crowley not able to translate the details?
肝心なメンタル記録の欠落。キャロリックの言葉を要約するとこうだ。
There's a key section of neural content missing, which is what I could summarize from Crowley's description. How does it even work that Nemesis speaks such in riddles, and how do even Crowley understands it? What is this source of technology, or better to say magic? I turn slightly and glance at Grossa. She meets my eyes without betraying anything unusual. Behind her, strings of data keeps flashing on the main terminal interface.
メイリンが検査した結果、ネメシスのメンタルモジュールは正常に稼働していた。ネメシスが放浪中に誤ったパーツを使い続けていたのが原因かもな。それにより各モジュール間に衝突が生じ、メンタルにまで影響が出た。
Manning has already taken a look. Nemesis neural modules are functioning normally. The missing content might be due to Nemesis misusing parts during her nomadic days, leading to conflict in module loading and impacting the neural storage module.
キャロリックによれば、ネメシスの表現は相当乱れているらしい。彼女の過去を知らないがために、有効な情報をうまく定められない。
Crowley told me that Nemesis' description were very disorganized, and without knowledge of Nemesis' past experiences, it is difficult to accurately identify useful information.
そう。
I see.
何かわかるかと思ったんだが。
thought I could have found something of that.
ヘレナを追う勢力の調査などという面倒なことはカリンに任せよう。そう言っていたはずだけど。
Let's leave the Archer's task of investigating Helena's origin to Kalin, you said.
状況からして確かにヘレナを送り届けることが私たちにとっては最も現実的だ。だがより多くの情報が得られればカリンの効率も上がる。そうすればこの任務をいち早く終わらせることができる。違うか？
With the current situation, getting Helena over there is the most practical way to get things done. If we can keep our hands on more intel, Kalin's investigation could proceed more swiftly, and we might be able to resolve this unfinished business of mine more quickly. Don't you think?
そんなに早くヘレナをカリーナに引き渡す気なの？
You think we could get Helena over to Kalina any faster?
いや別にそこまで。
I can't say that. There's a lot of...
どうした？
What happened?
前方にコーラプスストームの兆しあり。環境データの分析によると付近に廃墟があるわ。距離にして約 2km。
Detecting traces of a collapsed storm ahead. Environment analysis suggests there are ruins nearby, approximately 2 kilometers away.
急がないなら迂回していくけど、指揮官。
If we are not in a rush, would we turn and await, Commander?
頼む。
Yeah. Gravitational potential field. Is the huge shape sprinting through the storm a fatal threat, or...
ベクトルエンジン待機モード。車載観測レーダーオフ。警戒システムオン。
Vector H on standby. Vehicle motion deactivated. Security system initiated.
ヘレナの様子は？
How is Helena?
コルフェンとメイリンからの報告はまだよ。
No word from Korfner and mailing yet.
メイリンに連絡を。
Contact mailing.
もう来ちゃってます、指揮官。
Already here, Commander. The door to the ops room slides open. Outside the door is Korfner, as well as Helena and Mailing, who are both out of breath. At the sight of me, Helena comes running and hides behind me. The spheres around her follow suit and zoom towards me, but their muscles are not engaged. Korfner, what did you done? Rhoda seems to be frozen for a brief moment at the main terminal. She stands quietly, rooted to the spot, and stares at Helena, who has just barged in. Malik and Korfner enter the operating room behind her.
指揮官。
Commander, what did they do to you?
指揮官、ヘレナさんが起きました。指揮官に会いたいって聞かないんです。
Commander, Helena is up. She wanted to see you. I couldn't stop her.
ちょっと待て。ヘレナが私に？
Wait, want to see me? Helena? I pat Helena gently on the head. She recoils a little. What happened?
私はここだ、ヘレナ。緊張しなくていい。
I'm here, Helena. You're right. She was worried about us?
やだ。
Don't.
コルフェン、この反応。ヘレナの体に何か異常が？
Korfner, are there any abnormalities in her body?
まだ検査できてません。目が覚めたと思ったら急に指揮官に会いたいって言い出したんです。コルフェンとメイリンちゃんの2人がかりでも引き止められませんでした。
I haven't had a chance to check yet. Helena said she wanted to see the commander as soon as she woke up. Malik and I couldn't stop her.
起きる前まではバイタルに異常は見られませんでした。なのにいきなりベッドから飛び出して
どこか悪いのかと思って私とコルフェンで止めようとはしたんですけど、連れ戻せなくて。
Before she woke up, Helena's vitals were completely fine, but she suddenly jumped off the bed. We don't know if she was feeling unwell, so we tried to restrain her, but we...
ない気持ち悪い。
Unwell? Unwell? I'm not unwell.
わかったわかった。念のためコルフェンに見てもらうんだ、ヘレナ。
Alright, alright. Let's have Kolfner. Another look, please, Helena.
ヘレナ、その...
Well, Helena.
ほらほら、とっても頼りになる指揮官に会えましたよ。
Here, here. Your always reliable commander is here.
もう大丈夫。ほら、指揮官はここにいるじゃないですか。
Don't worry. Just look. Commander is right here.
コルフェ。怖くない怖くない。誰もヘレナちゃんをいじめたりしませんからね。
Don't be scared. No one will hurt you here, okay? Kolfner approached slowly with a smile. Helena clutches at my sleeve, but does not run off. Kolfner reaches out and gently takes Helena's hand. She tugs the girl away from me.
ODE01 での事件のせいか。
Is this because of what happened at OD01?
そうかもしれません。ヘレナちゃんはまだ子供ですからね。緊張したり怖かったりすると、彼女にとって一番頼りになる人を無意識に探しちゃうんだと思います。さすがは指揮官、頼りになりますね。
There's a possibility Helena is just a little kid, so when she's nervous or scared, she will come looking for the person she considers the most reliable, right? As expected of our commander. Helena is still trembling fearfully. Her watchful eyes dart around as she tries to hide behind me again. Still smiling, Kolfner keeps a firm hold on her with one hand and pats her softly on the back with the other.
体に異常があるわけじゃないんだな。
It's not because of anything wrong with her body.
見た目からじゃわかりませんよ。やっぱり検査しませんと。
Can't see anything from the outside, so we will still need to have a checkup.
検査しない。指揮官、検査しない。
No checkup! Commander, please, no checkups! What did they do? Till I literally have a trauma.
わかったわかった。検査はしない。ほら、みんなここにいるぞ。検査なんてないんだ。
Alright, no checkups. Look, we're all here. And there won't be anything of the sort. The sudden alarm blares for a few seconds, but Grosso does not give a status report right away, like she usually does. Instead, she just watches Helena coolly.
グローザ。
敵出現。映像識別完了。鉄血技術を用いた機械戦闘ユニットと確定。所属は不明。各戦闘員、迎撃準備。
Enemies detected. Visual comparations complete. Confirmed to be mechanical combat units using SF technology. Affiliation unknown. All combat units prepare for battle. Without waiting for my response, Groza has already opened a channel and give the order. Once she receives an acknowledgement, she promptly makes for an exit of the operating room. She was not very satisfied with this. Somehow. Before the collapse storm ends, the Elmo needs to stay hidden. Don't let the enemies get close to the Elmo. Hidden morning stars, shining, revealed amidst dense clouds. Leader, Nemesis has located the enemy command node. Commander, enemy command node sighted. I suggest eliminating this unit first to cripple the enemy. Affirmative. I will trust your judgment. Understood. Everyone prioritize clearing out the enemy's command node. The enemies are retreating.
永劫なる国土との別れ。降臨せよ。果てぬ。
全車両の稼働状況良好。周辺環境探測完了。異常なしです。
The MBV is in good operational condition and the surrounding environment scan is complete. No abnormalities have been found.
メイリン、コーラプスストームにはどれくらい耐えられる？
Mailing. How much longer can the MBV withstand the collapse storm?
現在の風力データおよびコーラプス放射線量からして2時間はいけます。
With the current real-time wind force and radiation level, 2 hours should not be a problem.
起動準備。
Prepare to move out.
敵ユニット撤退開始。
The enemies are retreating.
早いな。所属は？
So soon. Has the affiliation been identified yet?
確認できない。識別可能な情報が見つからないわ。
Unable to be determined. No interprofessional information was found.
雑魚のくせに逃げ足だけは早いわね。あいつらこのまま行ったらコーラプスストームに突っ込むわよ。
They are not good at fighting, but they sure are good at running. If they keep running, those pieces of junk are going to end up in the collapse storm.
距離に注意しろ。起動基地の周囲 1km を超えた時点で追撃停止。
Maintain a safe distance. Course pursuit after they reach the distance of 1 kilometer away from the MBV.
了解。
Understood. Huh? Helena winces, but the sphere swimmingly weaves around her a few times. Their muscles remain disengaged.
大丈夫だ、ヘレナ。ただの通信だよ。
It's okay, Helena. It's just a communicator.
通信
Communicator? Communicator?
そうだ、緊張するな。襲撃直後に通信とは変わり映えしない奴らだ。
Yeah, don't worry. They launch an attack and then immediately send a message. Can they come up with something new?
指揮官、追ってきてる連中とは違うみたいです。この通信回線、公共のものですよ。
Commander, it's possible that those people are not the ones who are after us? This message was sent via a public channel.
発信元は？
Who is on the other end?
コードが羅列されてるだけです。なんだか浄化エリアに入るときに使う識別コードに似てる。
It is a string of code, and the encoding methods appears to resemble the transporting ID used for entering purification zones.
ブリーフの識別情報と比較したところ、登録している賞金ハンターのコードと一致します。登録名はスカーテ。
I have cross-referenced the personal information provided by Brief. This code belongs to the registered bounty hunter named Darture. New identity.
つなげてくれ。
Put it through.
もしもし。もしもし。聞こえるか？
Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Can anyone hear me?
どうした？通信障害か。
What's going on? Signal interference?
コーラプスストームの影響です。公共回線はもともと不安定ですから、ストームが来ると画面の伝送に支障が出るんです。
It is possibly the collapsed storm. Public channels were never stable to begin with, and the storm must be affecting the image transmission.
もしもし
Hello?
どなたかな？
Hello?
ああ、よかった。てっきりこのクソ嵐のおかげで公共周波がダメになっちまったのかと。私はスカーテ。普段は狩人でたまにブリーフの依頼も受け持ってる。まあ賞金ハンターの端くれってやつだ。さっきはつい驚いて攻撃しちまった。悪かったな。
Oh, thanks goodness. This damn collapsed storm. I thought the public channel were burst. Hey, my name is Cartel. Normally I'm just a hunter, but I occasionally take assignments from Brief. So, you can call me a bounty hunter too. I got started earlier and attacked you. My apologies. Oh,
ここでコーラップスストームをやり過ごしていたんだが、どでかい車体がいきなり現れたもんだから、もう終わりかと思ったぜ。まさかあんたらも賞金ハンターだったとはね。
I was just taking cover from the storm here earlier. When your big convoy drove in, I thought I was done for. But I never expected you all to be bounty hunters as well.
あんたらもだと？こちらの身分を明かした覚えはないが、かくいうそちら様もとても賞金ハンターには見えないな。
As well, I haven't even given my identity to you. Moreover, your equipment hardly looks like bounty hunters.
ああ、結構お堅いタイプなのね。面倒だな。
Someone is so serious about those parts. This is trouble. Yeah, we are not that easily fooled with.
つまりだな。この辺をうろついてる奴らといえば、賞金ハンターや狩人を除きゃ闇ブローカーくらいなもんだ。闇ブローカーは、口ぶりからして違うな。まさかバリャーグなんて言うんじゃないだろうな。だとしたら命乞いするっきゃない。勝敗は目に見えてる。
How should I put it? Apart from hunters and bounty hunters, the only people who roam around in vehicles nearby are usually underground brokers. Judging from your tone, you don't sound like underground broker. Don't tell me you're a Wayiga. If that's the case, I will have to beg for mercy. My equipment is nowhere close to yours.
どうだ？とりあえずここで一時休戦ってのは。
Since we're all taking cover from the storm here, how about a temporary truce? How about it?
十分な距離を保っていただければ。
I hope you maintain a sufficient distance.
いいぜ。機械どもは呼び戻した。もうすぐ嵐が収まる。そっちの戦術人形も帰らせたらどうだ？
No problem, I have already recalled my mechs. The storm seems to be subsiding. So can you withdraw your dolls too?
グローザ。
敵の離脱を確認。
Confirmed enemy withdrawal.
警戒を維持しつつ起動基地へ帰還せよ。
Stay alert. Return to the MBB.
了解。2分後に撤退開始。
Understood. Withdrawing in 2 minutes.
へえ、グローザ隊長か。なかなか悪くないね。ぶっちゃけ私があんたみたいな車体を持ってたらとっくの昔にポートベストで運試ししていただろうな。うまくいけばコーラップスクリスタルが手に入るんだから。
Oh, the squad leader's name is Groza, huh? She looks pretty impressive. Honestly, if I had equipment like yours, I would have tried my luck at Port West ages ago. Perhaps I could even get my hands on some collapsed crystals.
ポートベストからは距離を置いた方が身のためだ。ブージャムがいる。
You would best keep your distance from a Port West. Bootrum is there.
ああ、そうさ。ブージャムだ。知ってたのか？私はそいつを狙ってたんだ。
Ah, yeah. You know about the Boojum too. That's what I'm aiming for.
ブージャムのいるところ、コーラップスクリスタルありってな。私は狩人だ。 コーラップスクリスタルには目がないのさ。それに最近取引してる闇ブローカーが繁盛してるらしい。コーラップスピースが足りてないおかげでコーラップスクリスタルの相場が上がってるんだ。
With the Boojum around, there must be a collapsed crystal nearby. After all, I'm usually a hunter who is always chasing after collapsed crystals. Recently, the brokers I'm working with have been doing well. The demand of collapsed pieces is exceeding supply, so the price for them just keep going up.
2週間前に会ってたら儲け話に誘ってたかもしれないが、そのチャンスもなくなった。
Hell, if I would have met you 2 weeks earlier, I would have asked if you would join me there. But that ship just sailed.
何があったんだ？
What happened?
知らないのか。そのブージャム、どうしたことか付近の頂上列車に突っ込みやがったんだ。凄まじい騒ぎになってたぞ。最後はその辺の進駐軍にやられちまったがな。
You don't know? For some reason, that barge bucked straight to the Great Wall Railway nearby. It caused a hell of a fuss and then got taken out by the garrison there.
頂上列車？どの浄化エリアだ？
Great Wall Railway? Which purification zone's railway?
そんなことは知らねえよ。軍が絡んでるんだ。情報なんてあるもんか。私らにとっては軍隊なんざ金を払うか払わないか、いくら払うかの違いでしかないだろ。おっと、肝心なことを忘れてた。そちらさん、名前は？
I don't know the exact details, but it involves the military. And there is no information from intel sources. However, for people like us, and the military forces, just a matter of whether we need to pay, and if so, how much. Oh, by the way, I don't think I have asked you for your name. I give no immediate answer to Scuttle's questions. Team Groza returns to the operating room. Catching sights of Helena, who is still covering behind me, Kaufner walks towards us with a grin while keeping her hands behind her back.
プレゼントですよ、ヘレナちゃ
It's a present, Helena.
ん。
Oh, she softened her expression.
じゃじゃーん、見てください。とっても綺麗でしょ。
Ta-da! You see? Isn't it very beautiful? Is it like one of those collapsed crystals? In Collapse Hunt is a small, beautiful rock. The rock is irregularly shaped and a half-translucent light pink. It looks exceptionally pure and exquisite against the bionic skin of the doll's palm.
くれる、クルフェン。
For me, Kaufner.
そうですよ。
Yeah! And that's the part where the commander tells its name, whichever name you took. In my case, it's Crook.
なるほど。その名前、しかと覚えたぜ。
I understand, Crook.
音から察するに、あんたの人形も戻ったようだな。あは、助かった。私の機械じゃまるっきり歯が立たない。
By the sound, your dolls are back, right? Thanks goodness. The machines I have got here don't hold a candle to them.
そうだ。ブージャムのせいで浄化エリアの軍がピリピリし始めてる。頂上列車付近に大勢起こしたみたいだぜ。いくら払えば見逃してくれるのか見当もつかない。気をつけた方がいいかもな。
By the way, the military forces responsible for the purification zones have been quite tense because of the Bojo. They have dispatched many people to inspect the area around the Great Wall Railways. If you run into them, it might be a problem that money can solve. So it's always best to be careful.
わかった。ありがとう。
Alright, thanks.
この音。
Oh, that sound. Skylar pauses for a while. By the sound of it, she is fiddling with some sort of equipment.
ちょうどいい。嵐が収まりそうだ。私はこの辺りで金になりそうな生き袋を探さなきゃならない。機会があればまた会おうぜ。
Perfect timing. There are storms clearing up. I need to go out of the nearby areas today to gather any high quality and manageable elite carcasses. Hopefully, there's a chance we will meet again. See ya.
ちょっと待った。
Wait.
なんだ。
Huh?
この座標の先に生き袋がたむろしている。行く当てがなければ試してみるといい。
That one coordinates. There's a lot of elites carcasses along the road there. If you have got no direction in mind, you could try your luck there.
そりゃどうも。お堅いやつに会えてラッキーだったぜ。それじゃあな。
Ah, thanks. Encountering someone with a serious demeanor is quite beneficial. Goodbye.
現在のルートは頂上列車付近のエリアを通ることになるけど、変更する？指揮官。
Our current routes cover areas close to the Great Wall Railway. Should we make a change, Commander?
いや。
No.
へえ、いよいよあの軍用人形どもと戦うわけね。
We're finally going up against those military dolls?
その前にグローザ、ウラジーミルに。
Before that, Grozo, contact.
いや、このまま前進だ。ポートウェストのブージャムがどのエリアに影響を与えたのか確認する。
No, keep moving. Let's confirm with exact purification zone Port West Bodrum hit.